There's a woman making waves inside the Orthodox Jewish community, and she goes by Flatbush Girl. Her real name is Adina Sash, and a new profile in the New York Times, written by Joseph Bernstein, gives her the title that seems to suit her perfectly: the Divorce Crusader. Sash is described by the Times as part activist, part influencer. That combination might sound familiar in today's media landscape, but what she applies it to is very specific and very loaded. Her mission is to rescue Orthodox Jewish women whom she sees as trapped in their marriages. And the way she pursues that mission is through the internet, with what the paper calls an internet-savvy playbook designed to name and shame men who won't grant their wives a Jewish divorce. In Orthodox Jewish tradition, a religious divorce requires the husband's willing participation. Without his consent, a wife can find herself in a deeply difficult position, legally married under religious law, unable to move forward with her life within the faith. Some husbands exploit this dynamic, using refusal as leverage. Sash has made calling those men out publicly, loudly, and online her signature move. The Times profile opens with a telling scene. Sash didn't yet have all the details of a particular case when she spotted what she saw as her moment to act. She moved anyway. It's a window into how she operates, quickly, with a sense of urgency, and with the conviction that hesitation costs women time they can't afford to lose. Her handle, Flatbush Girl, is a reference to the Brooklyn neighborhood that serves as a center of Orthodox Jewish community life in New York. It's a name that signals her roots, her audience, and her accountability. She is one of the people she's speaking about, not an outside observer. But her approach is not without controversy. When someone names and shames before all the facts are in attention, the profile surfaces right from its opening. Questions of fairness and accuracy come into play. There are those in the community who would argue these matters belong in religious courts or handled through established community structures, not broadcast to a social media audience. Others would counter that those structures have repeatedly failed the women involved, leaving public pressure as the only tool with any real force. The New York Times doesn't settle that debate. What the story does is introduce a figure who exists in genuinely complicated territory, part crusader, part provocateur, operating at the fault line between ancient religious law and the modern internet. Adina Sash has found her cause, built her platform, and she is not slowing down. That's today's story. Thanks for tuning in.